Welcome back, viewers. Charles Thwomley here with you again for round 3 of GKCV's Vic Combined Masters Championship. Been a long wait after the March break. Good to be racing again, and welcome Tucker Johnson.
G'day Chucky, great to be back.
Sure is Toby. Dry overcast conditions today, let's go to the grid. Formosa setting the pace in qualifying, while some new and old faces make up a field of 17.
Yeah, good to see Atwa and the Pisanelli bros back.
Definitely. Also, I expect big things from Seddon today. Okay, let's get into it. We skipped Heat 1, so pick up things from Heat 2. Emmett starting P4, lost a spot to Macaulay in the first heat.
Yeah, not liking that outside grid position.
Lights out. Miller and Emmett sluggish. There's that inside train again.
Yep, Miller down to P3. Emmett taken by Macaulay again. And Cirillo too.
Yes, he's down to P6, another bad start. Macaulay loose onto the dirt. Cirillo through. Emmett follows. So Formosa leads from Seddon, Miller, Cirillo and Emmett. Then it's Lowison, Harbottle, Macaulay, De Pasquale and McMillan making up the top 10.
Seddon's all over Formosa here, Chucky.
I'm not surprised. Ex-Vegas Supernats driver Toby.
He's going for it.
Oh, contact! He's out. Almost took Formosa with him. That's one way to introduce yourself to a new class.
Cirillo's through.
Yes, Tony ever the consistent competitor. Emmett onto Formosa's bumper, but that's as close as he'll get. Miller cruising off into the distance. Formosa wasting no time.
Yeah, it won't be long till he's through here, Charlie. You can see Cirillo struggling in that last sector.
Yes, and there it is. Routine for the current champion. Lap after lap was a carbon copy for Emmett in P4. Tucked up behind and pressuring Cirillo, just never able to make the decisive move. Here we are again, last lap. On the outside.
Bad spot, Chuck.
And no, that's let Harbottle and Macaulay slip up the inside. With just one corner to go, he's cost himself a P3 start next heat.
Silly move. Won't do that again, I'm sure.
A costly mistake. We move to the pre-final now. A bit of a shuffle up front. Seddon's DNF putting him back to P9. Macaulay up to P3. Cirillo P5. This time it's an even worse start on the outside. Cirillo and Harbottle coming through. Big shunt by Seddon. Harbottle's been spun. Can't hold it.
Lots of contact.
Rough start. That's Miller looking to recover. Through on Lowison. Seddon looking to follow suit.
Watch out, Steve.
Formosa leads from Macaulay, Cirillo P3, then Miller, Lowison, Seddon and Emmett back in P7. There he goes, easy as through Dunny Corner. Much like Heat 2, Emmett again unable to overtake. He stayed tucked up behind Lowison in P7.
Didn't push it. Perhaps happy to start a row back on the inside for the final.
Well, he's gone backwards all day, Toby. If he's going to improve, he'll need to do something he hasn't accomplished all day. An overtake. And now it's time for the final. Here's our starting grid. Formosa starts in pole position, Seddon alongside. Miller P3, Macaulay P4. Cirillo and Lowison on row 3. Emmett and De Pasquale row 4.
De Pasquale up 5 spots, Charlie.
McMillan and Gray row 5. Barker and Pisanelli row 6. Ward and Harbottle row 7. Reno Pisanelli and Rutledge bring up the rear. Atwa's cameo limited to the heats only. A non-starter for the final. Wait for the lights. Go! 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 De Pasquale could have closed that door.
Didn't though.
It's tight. Looks like a clean start for everyone. Side-by-side racing. Great respect by all. Cirillo takes Larison back.
Yeah, they looked like a jump start on that right-hand side to me, Chucky.
We'll leave that to the stewards, Toby. So Seddon leads from Macaulay, Formosa P3, Miller P4. Then it's Cirillo, Lowison and Emmett in 7th. He'll want to clear Lowison and Cirillo this time. He's looking punchy here, up the inside.
Great switch. Good move.
P6 now, but can he get Cirillo? A lap later, now this is familiar. We've seen the back of this 76 in many races before. Suit could do with a wash Tony. Top 4 still unchanged. Letting him know he's there down the straight. Next lap, another chance. Times his run better. Doors open, makes it stick.
Maybe too much respect shown there by Cirillo.
Puts Emmett up to P5. Seddon still leads. And Macaulay holding down P2 with Formosa and Miller right on his tail. That's how it ended for Emmett, P5. A satisfying final for him, lapping on par with Macaulay, who eventually succumbed to Formosa and Miller. Seddon wins on debut after a controversial start. Stewards ruled there was no infringement, however, Formosa and Miller both having to settle for the lower steps on the podium. Also worth mentioning a barnstorming drive from the back by Rutledge to P6. To the championship standings now. We'll be tracking the top 20 drivers only. Formosa takes his rightful place with a commanding lead at the top. Emmett's consistency moves him to P3. Miller, Macaulay and Seddon big movers up. And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.